Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant, and welcome back for more of Let's Play Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time we made our way to Cianwood City, explored around a bit, but before we go do what we have to this episode, let's take a little look around the island to see if we can find any items. Like I said before, there are a lot of items that you can find on the beach in the sand, so if you're here for the first time, it's not a bad idea to pull out your dowsing machine and start looking for them. But we did see this item behind the rock smashable rock here. Now that we have Smash Ball, we can break it open, find a Krabby, and also pick up a free revive on the rock back here. In case you haven't guessed, depending on where you are, you can find other Pokemon and items in rock smashable rocks. And now that that's taken care of, it's time for us to check out the Cianwood City Pokemon Gym. Gym Leader Chuck. Does Roaring Fist do the talking? Really? And in case you haven't guessed, this gym is based on fighting types, and the leader's right there, but he's so caught up in his training that he can't fight us. That's supposed to be a waterfall over his head. The thing is, if we want to get to him, we have to deactivate that waterfall, which means we have to get to a switch. That'll remove the waterfall. But to get through him, we have to get through a lot of black belts, including Yoshi, who's got himself a Hitmonlee. Now, I didn't say off-screen, I equipped HC Beetle with the Sharp Beak, which powers up his Aerial Ace, so that's going to be doing more damage than it normally would. Now, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, I believe Hitmonchan's on the other side, I'll just show him off for the sake of parody, I suppose. We're two Pokemon in the first generation that... I'll attack you from behind. That kind of went hand in hand because you could pick one or the other when you got to a certain point. Hitmonlee is a lot more offense-oriented, whereas Hitmonchan is more defense-oriented. So he may actually survive this one. Yep. Look how much more defensively powerful he is. Now, the thing Hitmonchan is most known for is having the elemental punches, Fire, Ice, and Thunder Punch. I'm surprised he didn't use Fire Punch. I assume he had it, but Mach Punch is another priority move that always goes first. So down he goes. As you can imagine, this gym is going to be a little bit more trouble for me because half of my team is weak to fighting, which is one of the biggest reasons why I decided to evolve Eevee into Klaus, just for the type coverage. In all honesty, I really wanted to try out its two new evolutions, new relative to the 4th generation being Leafeon and Glaceon, the grass and ice type evolutions, which you're not able to get unless you're playing Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, or Black and White. I don't believe there's a way you can get them in these two games, though. And a lot of people have given me questions about what I'm going to do with Krako. Primeape evolved form of Mankey, hopefully I can outspeed it. I do intend to show off Krako's new 4th generation evolution, but I won't do it until we get the National Dex, because we're not really supposed to be able to get anything that wasn't in the original games until that point. So I'll keep that level of authenticity at least. But I do intend to evolve him eventually, just not quite yet. I wouldn't have been opposed to getting Leafeon or Glaceon, it's just that they didn't fit my team as well as Espeon did, so I ultimately decided to go with Espeon. One more trainer here, though. Now, I will admit, the remakes here have much more difficult gym leader battles than the original ones did. I didn't necessarily point that out. I think I did in the Falconer fight because he had more powerful Pokemon than you would really be used to at that point, and you didn't have access to electric types in the Gold and Silver games. In the remakes, you had access to Mareep and the grass on the route to the south, but that grass wasn't there in the original games, so I can understand why they didn't give Faulkner as good Pokemon in the originals as they did here, because they felt they gave you access to better Pokemon, but... You know what? Should probably heal up before we fight that guy. I think I'll heal up real quick. Admittedly, a lot of the gym leader battles in the remakes here give me a lot more trouble than the ones in the originals did. But as you can see here, there's a red switch, winch, whatever it is. Difficult to spot your first time through, but it's the big red button of the gym. It's difficult to miss if you're looking for something. That raises the bridge that was letting the water flow over Chuck's head, and we can finally talk to him. You ready for this, HCB? Certainly looks like it. Now, he's only got 2 Pokemon, but don't let that fool you. They're very powerful. He leads with his level 29 Primeape. And it knows Double Team. You know the beautiful thing about Double Team? Aerial Ace isn't affected by it, because it hits 100% of the time. Let's see if he actually switches up his strategy. Yes, he will. Rock Slide. As long as it doesn't flinch, we should be in the clear. As long as it doesn't flinch, we should be in the clear. There we go. Yes, I thought it was going to flinch me too. His last Pokemon, obviously his strongest one, has his signature move, and I also believe his Primeape did too. Poliwrath. Now with this thing, you have to be very careful. What he likes to do is set up a Focus Punch. Now what Focus Punch is, it does a massive amount of damage, but only at the end of the turn. It requires focus from the user, and if you strike it with any sort of attack that does damage to it before it can use it, it'll lose focus and the attack won't work. You'll get a notice at the beginning of the turn if it does happen to charge it up. But he's holding another Recovery Berry as well. I've come to expect nothing less at this point. It does know Surf, though. We've used that before. But hopefully he is in a level of health that... How do I get through all these gym battles before this leader's strongest Pokemon gets to use its signature attack? That's 5 out of 5! Okay, more to use Shadow Ball, but still! What is with my luck in these fights? I go into this saying how difficult the remake gym leader fights are, and each time I prove myself wrong. I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but now that we have the Storm Badge, we can use the HM Fly, but he also gives us TM1, which is Focus Punch. I already explained it to you. The really nice thing about Fly is that we can use it to travel instantly to any town that we've already been to. And conveniently enough, Chuck's wife is standing outside and she's going to give us HM02 Fly. But unfortunately, nobody on my team knows Fly, so how are we going to get back? Well, we could surf all the way back, or we could catch somebody on our way up to the newly opened routes 47 and 48, leading to the Safari Zone gate. So I'll heal these guys up and meet you outside the Pokemon Center. Now, my plan isn't to spend the rest of the video going... I'm not going to continue the video until we get to the other side, because this place is pretty long and it's not open yet. Aww. But I don't have anybody to fly. I was counting on being able to catch somebody here to fly. Now you're telling me I have to surf all the way back to Cianwood? Gosh darn it. Oh well. I'll meet you guys there. Kaiba berries! Aha! There's the item I was hoping to get from Mom, the silk scarf. Now what this thing does, it powers up normal type moves. And this is going to make Duster even more of a monster. He's holding the shell bell. I suppose I can give that to somebody else. I'll do that off screen. Probably give it to Klaus or somebody. So it's going to make him even more powerful. Also got some Kepia berries. I forget what those are. They weaken the super effective attack of some kind of move. I'm not sure. But now that we have the medicine to make Amphy feel better, we can head up to the top of the Olivine Lighthouse and see if it'll actually do the trick. As you can see, night is fast approaching. We need to get this to him before night falls, otherwise who knows if the ships will be able to see Olivine City. I'm not sure, but I'm hopeful. It looks like it did the trick. Awesome! And with that, Jasmine's heading back downstairs to the gym. How you feeling, Amphy? There we go. Duster seems interested in Amphy. Good for you, Duster! But now that Amphy is all ready and raring to go, so are we, and so is Jasmine. So we can head back downstairs and challenge the gym leader of the Olivine City Gym. But I think we've already gotten our share of gym leader battles out of the way today, so we're going to wait until next time. But before we leave, now Baoba's calling to say that he's got the Safari Zone ready. As soon as we conveniently leave the Cianwood City Island... Oh well. Why did I call Mom? I meant to press B, I pressed A. I had no idea that... keep saving... Yeah, sure, keep saving money. I had no idea that she said something different depending on where you were. That is an awesome detail. How many people call their mom in this game? Whatever. This is UniversalGiant, and I am no longer feeling homesick. We'll take on Jasmine next time. See you then.